Hello everyone, in this video we will see answers of lesson number 23 kinds of clauses class 7. Exercise A, underline the principal clause and circle the subordinate clause in this given sentences. So principal clause means main clause and subordinate clause are also called dependent clause. And one more clause is there, that is coordinate clause, which is not given in class 7 book, but coordinate clause is also there with subordinate clause. So first number, we worked until the lights went off. Here we have to underline the principal clause or main clause and circle subordinate clause. So we worked is principal clause and until the lights went off. Until the lights went off is subordinate clause. Okay, and this until is subordinating conjunction. Okay, यहाँ पे सबॉर्डिनेटिंग कंजंक्शन ऐसा लिखने के लिए नहीं बोला गया है, लेकिन मैं फिर भी बता रही हूँ कि until को सबॉर्डिनेटिंग कंजंक्शन बोला जाता है एंड द लाइट्स वेंट ऑफ है सबॉर्डिनेट क्लॉज. ओके, एंड वी वर्कड इज द मेन क्लॉज और यू कैन से प्रिंसिपल क्लॉज. ओके, प्रिंसिपल क्लॉज इज कैन स्टैंड अलोन, but subordinate clause it needs support of main clause to complete the meaning in a sentence. Okay, and then second number, we will win the match if we practice hard. So we will win the match, we will win the match is main clause or principal clause. If we practice hard is a subordinate clause and if is subordinating conjunction. Third number, although we were tired, we kept marching forward. So although is a subordinating conjunction, we were tired is subordinate clause and we kept marching forward is main clause or principal clause. Okay, fourth number, Monica cut the vegetables. Monica cut the vegetables is principal clause or you can say main clause, but Lata cooked them is a coordinate clause. This is not subordinate clause because but is coordinating conjunction. Okay, but is coordinating conjunction, so but Lata cooked them is coordinate clause. Fifth number, he cooked a new dish. He cooked a new dish is main clause, which nobody liked is subordinate clause. Sixth number, we could not buy any gifts. We could not buy any gifts is main clause because the shops were closed. Because the shops were closed is subordinate clause and because is subordinating conjunction. Seventh number, the robbers escaped. The robbers escaped is main clause. Before the police arrived is a subordinate clause where before is subordinating conjunction. 8 number, when the plane landed. When the plane landed, so when the plane landed is subordinate clause where when is subordinating conjunction. The passengers got off is main clause. Ninth number, before you eat breakfast. Before you eat breakfast is subordinate clause where before is subordinating conjunction. You should always brush your teeth is a main clause or principal clause. 10th number, we couldn't sleep because there was a lot of noise. So we couldn't sleep. We couldn't sleep is main clause, or you can say principal clause. Because there was a lot of noise is subordinate clause, and because is subordinating conjunction. Now next exercise B. Complete these sentences with suitable subordinate clause from the box given below. Some subordinate clause are given in the box, from which you have to choose and fill the blanks. First number, the boy ran so fast. The boy ran so fast that I could not catch him. The boy ran so fast that I could not catch him. First answer is that I could not catch him. Second, I remember the school. I remember the school where I studied. Where I studied. Third number, the girl visits her teacher. The girl visits her teacher. Answer is whenever she can. Whenever she can. The girl visits her teacher whenever she can. So answer is whenever she can. Fourth number, the students did not understand. The students did not understand what I said to them. Answer is what I said to them. Then fifth number, the librarian found the book that I was looking for. Sixth number, the convict confessed that he was guilty. Seven number, he is the politician. He is the politician who won the last election. He is the politician who won the last election. Seventh number answer is who won the last election. This is very unfortunate. Eighth number answer is that he should say this. That he should say this is very unfortunate. That he should say this is very unfortunate. Then exercise C. Underline the noun clause in these sentences and state their function of each clause. You have to underline the noun clause and state their function. I think that you will like her. So noun clause is that you will like her. That you will like her is the noun clause and it is object. I forgot what he had told me. So what he had told me is a noun clause and it is also object. Third number, why he resigned is still a mystery. Why he resigned is the noun clause. Why he resigned is the noun clause and it is subject. Fourth number, when he will return is uncertain. So when he will return is a noun clause. When he will return is noun clause and it is subject. Fifth, I think that he has made a mistake. That he has made a mistake. That he has made a mistake is a noun clause and it is object. That he will win the race is certain. So That he will win the race. That he will win the race is noun clause and it is subject. Do you know who wrote this article? Do you know who wrote this article? Who wrote this article is noun clause. Who wrote this article is noun clause and it is object. There is no meaning in what she just said. What she just said is noun clause and it is object. 9 number, the children easily guessed what the teacher meant. So what the teacher meant, what the teacher meant is noun clause and again it is object. What happened at the meeting surprised the manager. What happened at the meeting? What happened at the meeting is noun clause and it is subject. Now exercise D. Complete these sentences by adding suitable clauses. Here you can write your own answer also. I am just giving examples. My mother cannot understand what is the right price. What is the right price? My mother cannot understand what is the right price. Dash shocks me. What I hear. HEAR here. What I hear shocks me. Third, tell me what I should do. Tell me what I should do. Fourth, I saw what caused the damage. I saw what caused the damage. What caused the damage. Fifth, what do you think? What do you think was the problem? What do you think was the problem? Sixth number, I hope that he will succeed. I hope that he will succeed. Seventh number, his father does not know what has happened. His father does not know what has happened. Where the idol is. IDOL. 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 8 number answer is where the idol is remains a mystery. Where the idol is remains a mystery. Next is exercise E. Here we will identify the adjective clause and state which noun or pronoun it qualifies in the main clause. He has a sister who has joined the army. First number. So here adjective clause is who has joined the army. Okay, who had joined the army is an adjective clause and sister is the noun which it qualifies. Second number, I love the painting that hangs in the main hall. So answer is that hangs in the main hall is a adjective clause. That hangs in the main hall is a adjective clause and it qualifies painting. Third number, all the good things that we enjoy are gifts of nature. So answer is that we enjoy. That we enjoy is adjective clause and things is a noun which it qualifies. Fourth number, the grapes which he sent us were very sweet. Which he sent us is adjective clause and grapes is noun. Fifth number, I am often reminded of the town where I live. So where I lived is adjective clause and town is the noun. Then sixth number, the doctor who treated me is a very kind man. Who treated me is adjective clause and doctor noun, it qualifies. 7. I would like to meet the person who has organized this conference. So adjective clause is who has organized this conference. Who has organized this conference is adjective clause, and the noun is person. 8 number, the Hughes Bridge that spans the river was built almost 100 years ago. Adjective clause is that spans the river. That spans the river. And bridge is the noun. 9th number, the Taj Mahal that stands in Agra was built by many skilled artisans in Shah Jahan's time. So that stands in Agra is adjective clause. That stands in Agra is adjective clause, and Taj Mahal is the noun that it qualifies. All the men who live in this building return from work by train. Who live in this building? Who live in this building is adjective clause, and noun it qualifies is men. Exercise F. Supply suitable adjective clauses to complete these sentences. Identify the noun that is qualified in each case. First, he left by the train. Answer is he left by the train which goes to Delhi. He left by the train which goes to Delhi. Second number, I know the lady who owns this shop. I know the lady who owns this shop. Third number, any student who does not return books on time. Any student who does not return book on time will have to pay a fine. Any student who does not return books on time will have to pay a fine. Fourth number, he has bought a book that is very expensive. He has bought a book that is very expensive. Fifth, the building that you like was designed by a famous architect. The building that you like was designed by a famous architect. Sixth number, do you know the road that leads to the temple? Do you know the road that leads to the temple? 7 number, he met the pilot who retired yesterday. He met the pilot who retired yesterday. 7th number answer is who retired yesterday. 8 number, diamonds come from South Africa, which is the world's largest producer of diamonds. Diamonds come from South Africa, which is the world's largest producer of diamonds. Which is the world's largest producer of diamond. Now exercise G. Here we will identify adverb clauses and state their functions. First number, I shall be late as I have a meeting. So as I have a meeting is adverb clause, and it is reason. Adverb clause of reason. Second number, bake me a cake before you leave. Before you leave is adverb clause. Before you leave is adverb clause. Before you leave is adverb clause, and it is adverb clause of time. Third number, you can keep it wherever you wish. Wherever you wish is adverb clause of place. Wherever you wish is adverb clause of place. Fourth number, I am happy that you could join us. That you could join us. That you could join us is adverb clause of reason. Fifth number, you could drink some tea while you wait. While you wait is adverb clause of time. While you wait is adverb clause of time. Sixth number, put in more effort so that you may improve. So that you may improve. So that you may improve is adverb clause of purpose. Seventh number, if it snows, the road will be blocked for some time. So if it snows is adverb clause of condition. Adverb clause of condition if it snows. 8 number, I did not buy the book because it was too expensive. Because it was too expensive is adverb clause of reason. Because it was too expensive is adverb clause of reason. Ninth number, it rained so heavily that the train lines were soon underwater. So that the train lines were soon underwater. That the train lines were soon underwater is adverb clause of result. 10 number, unless you work harder, you will not secure the required marks. Unless you work harder is adverb clause of condition. Unless you work harder is adverb clause of condition. Now exercise H. Pick out the adjective, the noun and the adverb clauses in these sentences. Do you know when he will return to the city? When he will return to the city is noun clause. When he will return to the city is noun clause. Second number, she came to me because she had something important to say. So because she had something important to say is adverb clause. Because she had something important to say is adverb clause. Third, what ails him is not known. What ails him is not known. So what ails him? What ails him is a noun clause. Fourth number, I will leave after I have met the teacher. After I have met the teacher. After I have met the teacher is adverb clause. Fifth number, the donkey which was carrying the heavy load looked tired. Which was carrying the heavy load. Which was carrying the heavy load is adjective clause. Which was carrying the heavy load is adjective clause. Sixth number, since it is quite cold, you should wear a coat. Since it is quite cold. Since it is quite cold is adverb clause. Seventh number, the little girl told a lie because she was afraid of her mother. The little girl told a lie because she was afraid of her mother. Because she was afraid of her mother is adverb clause. Because she was afraid of her mother is adverb clause. 8 number, I will go to the village where my father was born. So where my father was born is adverb clause. Where my father was born is adverb clause. 9 number, the doctor admitted that he had been mistaken. That he had been mistaken is noun clause. That he had been mistaken is noun clause. 10 number, I could answer all the questions that the history teacher asked me. That the history teacher asked me is adjective clause. That the history teacher asked me is adjective clause.